not gonna have a topic this week. This is gonna be some straight up stream of consciousness shit right here. So buckle up, YouTube, because it just might get a little weird. What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic week. I know I am. So this is the first time you guys have heard from me since I brought the baby and mama back home and resumed our normal lives. Fatherhood's been treating me really well. Baby Finley's just an adorable little guy, and he's really well behaved. He still gets angry whenever he needs baby stuff, you know, food or changing. But I gotta tell you, I feel quite privileged to be able to feed and change a baby. And I know that sounds weird, and I never would have expected myself to be like that before. But you know, it's great. But in those few moments a day where he doesn't really want for anything and he's not asleep, he's got his adorable little eyes open and he's looking around and just being the cutest little fucking thing in the whole world. It kind of makes it all worth it. He's a truly pleasant baby to be around. It really does warm my heart to see him happy. We got this whole baby thing down. It's not too much of a challenge. Next up, we're going to talk about Taylor Swift. No, I'm just kidding. I think we've all had enough of Taylor Swift this week. I'm going to spare you, I promise. I haven't spent much time on the bike at all in the last 2 weeks. We've had some shitty weather by way of Hurricane Harvey. We're not in the direct path of the hurricane, but we still ended up getting rain pretty much the whole weekend. I don't mind riding in the rain, not one bit. But they do say that bad weather makes for good video. Nice overcast skies give good lighting and stuff like that. But it just didn't seem like it would be a whole lot of fun. See, the company I work for, we actually have people that are headed towards the storm because, you know, we help people down there whenever there's fires and floods and stuff. You know, we go out there and rebuild people's homes and pump water out of their houses and all that stuff that has to get done whenever there's a natural disaster. We go out there and do it. So I was charged with the task of basically making sure that everybody that was going down there had everything they needed. We didn't know if there was going to be cell service out there, so we had to come up with contingencies and stuff like that. So that was a challenge. It's not the first time I've had to go through this, but basically we just made sure that they had everything they needed, you know, power, internet, you know, just making sure that they weren't going to be down there stranded with no communication or no way to charge up their laptops and shit like that. So it was a bit of work, nothing major, but we got it done. Everybody's down there and everything is seems to be going well. Actually did a little bit of voice acting this weekend. I've never done that before. I've been hanging out with these guys from the Waco Film Industry Initiative. They're a group of actors and filmmakers that are basically just trying to get together and have some fun. The two original members of Oni-chan have built this storytelling universe. It's called Stony Point. Stony Point is an island off the coast of everywhere. The island is full of interesting characters with unique backstories and crazy interactions. The island itself has a bit of mystery associated with it. This is something that these guys have been working on for like 20 years, kind of a brainchild. They've been kicking around ideas and writing stories and basically just building this island up from scratch. And they've decided that in order to get all this material out there and kind of bring all these stories together in one place and really build this narrative about Stony Point, we're going to do a podcast drama. Think of it as the Prairie Home Companion meets Lost. I play Seamus O'Malley. He's an old retired sea captain that runs the only bar on the island, the Siren's Call. I would do the voice for you, but I just simply can't do the fucking voice in this helmet. But if you want to get an idea, just picture Quint from Jaws, because that's kind of who I drew my inspiration from when I was developing the voice. The guys from iRadio Waco let us use their studio to record this episode. Myself and a couple of the other members of Oni-chan and a couple of guys from the Waco Film Industry Initiative, we did a few different takes of the whole script and just got it done, and I think it turned out really well. It's going to sound great. I don't know when the podcast is actually going to come out, but when it does drop, I'll make sure and bring it up again, let everybody know, and I'll drop links and all that stuff. so you can check it out. I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm working on trying to learn Illustrator. I've been wanting to make some spam cards, you know, like Blockhead uses. Just kind of leave them laying around and hand them to people. Try and promote the YouTube channel. And so I'm kind of working on that. I've been following some tutorials on YouTube on how to kind of get started with Illustrator, basically getting myself back up to speed. Actually, I did learn how to use Illustrator a little bit when I was in college, but everything is so much different now than it was then. And I mean, to give you an example of how long ago I was in school, Flash was still made by Macromedia, and Lingo was what you used to program it. All that is different now. These days, Flash barely even exists anymore, but it was the hot shit for years and years. We used to save our data on jazz drives. Those things were fucking expensive as shit too, and half the time they lost all your fucking data for you when you weren't looking. Garbage. You look nice today, Waco Town. Oh, well, that's very nice, random mural. Let's go check this thing out. This would be a good place to take some glamour shots of the bike. And looking good. The camera loves you. Nobody ever called it Waco Town until like just a couple of years ago. Chip and Joanna Gaines from the show Fixer Upper on HGTV have kind of brought a little bit of fame to this town. So we got a little bit of a tourism thing going on, and one of the initiatives that they're doing is this Waco Town thing. I guess it looks good on t-shirts, but if you come down here and call it Waco Town, people are going to know immediately that you're a tourist. And that's okay. You know, there's shit like that everywhere. No big deal. I'm actually really glad to see Waco getting attention for something positive. We've had kind of a rough go at it in the public eye, and you know, Waco's a great town. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to live. Goddamn back brake still fucking squeals like crazy. I should probably do something about that, but I can't be asked. Oh, listen to that. Oh, it's just terrible. Maybe I'm just using my back brake too much. I don't know. I use my back brake a lot. Sometimes I just use my back brake. I know. People are going to yell at me for that. Whatever. You're right. Holy shit, here we are. We'll go up in here and get me a cup of coffee. I could sure use one. Just went inside there and got a red eye. It's a shot of espresso and a cup of coffee. Tastes like motor oil, but kicks like a mule. This ought to get me straight. I'm thinking it will. God, I hope it will. I'm just dragging ass out here. I don't even really know why. I mean, I got plenty of sleep last night. I worked my ass off today. I did actual grunt work today. Not like usual. Not really IT stuff. I was installing security cameras. Crawling up in an attic and shit like that. It was garbage. I hate doing that kind of work. I really do. I don't like running cable at all. If I can pay somebody else to do it, I do. You might notice sometimes while watching these videos that from shot to shot my clothes will change, or the weather will change, the color of the sky will change, or sometimes I'm just in a whole different place altogether. And that's because I usually film throughout the entire week. And I usually just ride around bullshitting, and then I'll go home and watch the footage and find stuff that I like and stuff that I don't like, and then I'll go out again and shoot more and expand on the things that I do like. And if there's some things that I think I could do better, I'll go back and reshoot stuff. I do that all the time. It's a week-long process for every episode. It really is. But it's the only way I could really do this. You know, I don't really have the ability to sit down and write for these videos, and even if I did, it wouldn't feel genuine. I was listening to Dan Harmon talking on something, I don't remember what, but he said that, you know, people are really bad at creating, but they're really good at critiquing. So basically make something that's shitty and then critique it until it's good. And that's kind of the way I approach these videos. And I was doing that before I heard Dan Harmon say that. I was kind of like, wow, Dan, you really just kind of nailed exactly my creative process for this YouTube channel and a lot of my other projects that I do. So if you're having trouble finding inspiration, just get started. See what happens. It might come to you, it might not. I don't know. I'm just a guy on a motorcycle talking to himself. So I'm going to go ahead and answer a question that nobody ever asked. What is with the name Ren? Well, my name is Aaron, but ever since Key and Peele did that motherfucking skit with the fucking teacher that says Aaron, I can't tell people my goddamn name anymore because there's always some unoriginal fucking cock goblin that's gonna scream Aaron at me. It was funny when Key and Peele did it. It was fucking hilarious when Key and Peele did it. It's not funny when you do it. It's just fucking annoying. And everybody named Aaron has heard that 1,000 fucking times. You're not clever. You know, when people do it to me now, I just go cold on them. I mean, there's really nothing else I can do. Just stop. Just stop. Nobody likes it. Literally nobody likes it. You're never gonna find somebody named Aaron that is going to like that. So that's why I go by Ren. When I go places, I just tell them my name is fucking Ren. And honestly, I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I know that most of you guys out there watching this video aren't shitheads, but for those of you that are, don't make fun of people's names, ever. Nobody likes that. You're never gonna have been the first person to say that, and it's going to annoy them. You're probably doing this when you first meet them, so you're starting off your relationship with this person by making fun of them. So I don't know, that's just my piece of unsolicited advice for the 1% of the people out there that don't already know this. The rest of you guys, you're cool. If you live in Waco or the Waco area, or you happen to be around visiting or whatever, come on down to King's Landing on Wednesday nights if you want to hang out with the Oni-chan crew, or on Thursday nights if you want to hang out with the Waco Film Industry Initiative. But if you're looking to find me, your best bet is on Wednesday. I'll drop links for both Oni-chan and the Waco Film Industry Initiative in the description below. Be on the lookout for our new podcast, Stony Point. Should be dropping soon. If you're new to the channel and you like this video, be sure to check out some of the other episodes. I think they're pretty good too. Questions, comments, suggestions? Is there something you want to hear me talk about in a future episode of Ren's Rides? Well, scribble it down in the comments below and I'll get back at you. Be sure and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace out.